David, thanks for joining us. It's a difficult afternoon at London Park today, wasn't it?
Yeah, mainly because we made it hard for ourselves. We were good for 35 minutes, deservedly in front, probably should have been more. Then we shot ourselves in the foot twice, but then there was nothing in the game. In the first, in terms of the results, at half time, we felt we could certainly win the game, never mind, get a point out of it. So then to perform like we did in the second half is hugely frustrating. I think it just sums up the group at the minute. We are inconsistent from game to game, and we are inconsistent in game. And today, I think, epitomises that after the biggest away performance of the season, at Salford on Friday.
Yeah, that Salford game seems like a million years ago now, doesn't it? Really, and the positivity after the game, good performance, clean sheet, and now we've come to this.
Yeah, and I think that just sums up the group. I think that's where they are. Can they go back to back? There's a reason they haven't won back to back games since March. It's as simple as that. There's no point me sugarcoating it or saying anything other than what it is. There's a reason. The reason is because some of them think after one win they've cracked it. Some of them can't sustain a high level of performance through ability, and some can't sustain it through physical effort and exertion. All of them things are a problem.
Was it just a collective thing today? Too many people having off days?
No, I can't sit and say that because they played well in the first half. If it was all game, you go okay, but you can't say you can't go from playing well in the first half, albeit coming in having shot yourself in the foot twice, to then performing like that second half. That's But then at the same time, to contradict myself slightly, it doesn't surprise me that they do that because they are consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, as you say, 1-0 up, could have been 2 or 3 in that first half, and it looked nailed on for a home win.
Yeah, and then like I said, we shot ourselves in the foot not once but twice, and then the game gets away from us quite quickly because we do crazy things that we haven't asked the players to do. But then that's where we are as a group. I can't sit here and justify decision making. I can't. We've just got to work hard to improve it. And if we work hard at improving our game as a whole, including decision making, then we hope that we'll make less poor decisions at both ends of the pitch.
Yeah, and the timings of those goals conceded, it was like 5 minutes either side of half time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Say a crazy 10-minute spell, if you like.
Yeah. But again, like I said, the inconsistency of them, we must, Walsall didn't change anything in that sense. We changed, not purposefully, not under instruction. And that's got to stop. That can't happen.
Did some of the decisions today go against you?
Yeah, look, the truth is I thought they were both penalties. I don't think the second one happens if the first one gets given. But it felt like a big moment in the game, didn't it? But then I could sit here and go on about the penalty that the referee didn't give for the next 5 minutes. Doesn't change the fact that the second half performance was unacceptable.
Is that quite worrying then from your point of view, with that second half performance?
Yes, but then I also know that they can perform like they did at Salford for virtually the whole 90 minutes. The Crew game, they can perform for large spells, and for a team that was about to go second in the league. So yes, it's worrying. Of course it is. You can't lose in that manner. You just can't. But I also know that they are much. They can the opposite side of the coin, and the trick is to perform much better, much more consistently across games, and then from game to game. There's a reason why the club hasn't won back-to-back games since March, long before I arrived.
Was that scoreline harsh then on yourself today?
It's irrelevant whether I think it's harsh or not. That's the scoreline. That's what goes in the newspaper. The fact is, we provided Walsall with all the opportunities that they gratefully accepted. You know, credit to them. We can't make the decisions we make in that manner in certain areas of the pitch, both ends of the pitch really, because we should have been more than 1-0 up. And it's a desire to want to score a goal. It's a desire to want to stop a goal, and to stop a goal, you've got to make good decisions. You know, there's some crazy decisions that led to their goals. It's like, come on, I asked you to do that. But that's where the players are at the minute.
I guess another frustrating thing is that there's now a large period of time without a game.
Yeah, on one hand, yes, to put it right, but then at the same time it gives us lots of opportunity to get some practice into them, make them understand exactly. But, you know, so we've got to. I've got to be really mindful of. I don't want to restrict them in their thinking, in their decision making. At the same time, I can't give them as much leeway as I thought I could give them, because they make poor decisions. So we've got to get that balance right. Now that's definitely not easy, but that's the challenge for me and the staff.
Of course, it's now January. Does that make any of your decision making slightly easier when it comes to recruitment or players?
I think no. It's not so much. It's not so much a January recruitment thing. It definitely confirms some things that I thought. Nothing's been refuted in my head from what I thought. Ooh, yeah, he's changed my mind there. Whereas some things happened at Salford and I thought, oh yeah, maybe I've missed that. Definitely some things today I went, you know, that's definitely what I thought. And we make decisions based on that kind of thing.
And we've just had the two pairs of games, if you like, the 4 games over the festive period, and as you say, inconsistent. Decent first half, Mansfield, and then you had the second half, then you had the Salford game, and then the Harrogate game here, and then today. And the first half was good, and then the second half not so good. And that's kind of sums it up.
Yeah. Game to game, in game as well, and we've got to address that.